Now for the lander, do we want this maybe? 1.8 tons. Smaller. How many? Oh, it's only one crew, but that's fine. Do one crew. Well, do we want more than one crew? Because do we want a we're probably going to want to have a scientist tag along, right? So that they can reset the science experiments. Because we don't want to have to take like 50 science experiments, you know. We could try doing this and like this on the bottom. Is that better than taking this command pod? We're gonna have to come back, so 1.8 plus 2.6 is 4. So actually no. Command pod's probably better. So it's a space for 3, right? Lander cannon only has 1, right? Yeah. We could attempt to do a separate thing, like a have a rocket go up there and get into orbit around Minmus, and then the lander like separates out, and then we'll have to come back and dock it to come back. Do that. That might be something to do. In that case, we probably want a probe core, because I think the thing that's left behind has to have at least someone in it, or be a probe core. Now we could leave an engineer behind. If we take an engineer, because we do want to get some people some experience, because the engineers and the scientists have like no experience right now. But if we can take them to Minmus, they would get some experience. So we probably want to take, obviously, a pilot, and then a scientist to reset the things, and just an engineer just to get him some XP. Let's grab this. Seats 2. See, I'm thinking I'll use this for the actual lander, but use this as the rocket. Let's make a lander. Let's make a lander right now. Let's make just a lander. So the pilot and the scientist will go in here, right? And this is going to need like lots and lots of fuel. There we go. There we go. Building rovers is hard, man. I don't know why it started out no, that's even less. And we're not getting there. Are we just going to need to make our lander even bigger? We can do that. We can do that. Of course, the bigger it is... Ah! There, how about that? Is that enough fuel? No. Oh god. There we go, okay. I'm thinking about putting the Science Junior like down here. See, that's fine. That has enough clearance. We only need 1. Because if we're going to bring a scientist, we can reset it. Save a tiny bit of weight by doing that, because these don't have any coverings on them, but they don't need coverings on them, because we're never gonna take this into atmosphere. We need more. I don't think we need more. I think that we're good. Now we can make the rocket. Now we can start with this and actually attach things to it and work with it. I think Minmus lander will fit. Oh yeah. Is that okay? Is that okay for it to be like that? Do I want some struts? I probably want some struts, don't I? These are still a little bit heavy. I need like what, 32, 34, something like that, to get into orbit. If I do, that's a total of 4, right? These are basically, this is like the same kind of. So we do something like this. Do what I did before. There we go. Something like that. What's that? There. Let's move these. Actually, this should be fine. And then we'll move these. Here. A little smaller. Will this still work? I hope so. Save. Let's go. I am a little bit worried about this. That was moving. Should I put struts on there? I kind of feel like I should put struts on there. It was flopping around. I mean, that should be good, right? I mean, it's 4 struts. It's like strutted like all the way up. It almost looks like a nice curve. It's like whoop. We're gonna try this. How does it move now? There's like no movement there. What are we gonna want? If we just do this. There we go. Actually, I like that we have this because we have this because we have an engineer on board. So now we have this. If we did not have an engineer on board, we wouldn't have this info. I like that. Oh god, gravity turns, by the way, in case you're wondering, are my worst skill. I'm bad at them. So we'll see. Bill, Jeb, Bob, best of luck to you. See? See, I went right down. Up. See, I told you the thrust to weight ratio is bad. Zero science earned. We lost 10,000 or so, $12,000, which isn't the worst. I blame you, Delta. But it's okay. It's okay. We do need more. I forgive you. It is fine. Let's try not to destroy the landing pad this time. Guys, come on. Jeb. I'm looking at you, Jeb. You're the pilot. You're in charge here. You got the most experience. That's right. Wow, look how slow that is. Well, that happened. Can I save it? Because at this point we actually do want to get up. If we can. But we're not going to be able to, are we? See, I was thinking I should have turned. But, I should have turned over to let those go. Because I was a little bit too far over. Yeah, this isn't going to work. This isn't going to work. Well, that's unfortunate. That's a lot of money down the tubes. That's like 100K, basically. I mean, we're gonna get some of this back, assuming that we save everybody. But this is only going to be like a couple thousand at most. Oops. Well, I've done this before. And I really should really learn not to do that. I forgot to turn the engine off before I did that. It's fine. We just want to, honestly, we just want to get away from that. We're gonna hope that we're gonna slow down enough, but we might not. We may not actually slow down enough to save these guys. We got time though. We got a bit of time. Turn SAS off. There we go. No, we're not really slowing down enough. Ooh. 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 Report. We didn't make it. Okay. Well. We didn't die though. You know what? That's actually the important part, to be honest. Because if I lost all three of these guys, we would have had to spend a lot more money to actually hire some more people. I've done that before. Report? Anything new? Could really use any kind of science right now. No, nothing. I'm pretty sure I already got this. Bye. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your tips. This is what we're going to do. We don't need Separatrons. What I'm going to do is... I turned it once. So... My thinking is that these ones are now the ones. The ones on this side are now the ones that are going to come off. And those will come off a lot lower. Right? So we won't have to turn over. So we'll just... and then these ones are the ones that gave us trouble. And these are going to fall off. We won't have to worry about them. Sorry, I'm paranoid. I'm going to turn this a little bit. SAS on. We're going to turn a little bit more, I think, once we get to around, what, 50? 50 meters a second? Just a little bit. turn just a little bit more once we get to 100, which we just did. And we're not going to turn any more until we drop these fuels, and then we'll start turning prograde. See? Is that a bug? Let's pause this and think about this a minute. Is that actually a bug? Are we bugged? They really didn't push off, like, at all. Like, did you see that? They did not push off. I know that you're supposed to get separatrons for, like, big pushing action. But those should have pushed a bit, yeah? They did not. I'm thinking about reverting. I'm thinking about reverting and saving the money. Let's be honest. We can't do this again. If this fails, we can't do this again. We can't afford to keep trying this and losing the money, or else our progress is going to be completely halted. So I'm going to revert. Vehicle assembly. We do have separatrons. Oh, crap. And then rotate these to be like that, right? Now, are these separators going to work? Separators worked. Let's turn a little bit more, shall we? We're wobbling a little bit. But we're okay. Come on, get up there. Yeah, we didn't have enough, which is what I thought. So I am actually going to revert, and I'm blaming Delta for this. Delta, if you're watching at some point, your fault. Your fault I'm having to revert. We do not, in fact, have enough Delta V, which is what I thought. Well, we're taking off faster. That's for sure. We're definitely building speed faster. That's for damn sure. Sweet. Wonderful. Wonderful. Not getting that hot. We're almost there. Once we're at about... okay, we're gonna go. That could have been bad, but it wasn't. We're fine. And now this isn't... honestly isn't the best. I think that we might, in fact, not be able to do this. We probably shouldn't have eyeballed it, to be honest. We probably should have just done the maneuver. Dang it. If it turns out we don't have enough fuel for this, we're just going to have to rethink the design. Add more fuel. Essays on. It's fine. Okay. That should be a little bit better. Is that correct? I don't think that was correct. I'm not used to it because I've been trying to do the whole no reverting thing for the longest time, and now I can't do that anymore. I don't have enough experience to do that anymore. I'm too noob. Okay. The problem is that we're probably going to run out of fuel before we actually make orbit. Again. No way. No way this is gonna happen. That's fine. Yeah. So slow. Theoretically, we should be okay. A little wobbly. And we are overheating. You know what? That's gonna explode. See, our thrust rate ratio is a bit better. Look at that. We're getting more speed. Not as much as before. I mean, I got closer before, you know, and now it's like I'm like even further away. And definitely a slower start. What? What? What about my other engine? Is there a, son of a... What happened to my other engine? Ah...